Okay, hey guys. I was really shy to talk about this, but I thought it was time for me to let you guys know a little bit more about my life. Never expected this to happen, since I've been experiencing what it is like to be homeless lately. And I kind of fell in love with this homeless guy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, he's not an ugly person. He's really a good looking man, really. Um, it is a black guy. I'm not, I like other colors too. I don't have any type of specific type of race, but it does happen to be a black guy. And it's kind of weird because I had no idea this was actually going to come, but I kind of did. How you doing? I kind of fell in love with this guy, literally. Um, he walks around all day with a blanket and some covers all over him, and he doesn't like to talk much. And he does have friends, people like you and I. He talked to people like us daily, so it's almost like he wasn't homeless for long, so he just became homeless. But it's took a toll on him, and now he walks around with a huge blanket on. What's up, buddy? He walks around with a blanket on, and he doesn't have anywhere to sleep. He doesn't want to go inside of a shelter, and I don't know why he don't want to go inside of a shelter, but he feels more comfortable sleeping outside. But how I kind of figured that, I had no interest in this guy whatsoever, because I was like, ew, this guy is freaking homeless, and the way he dresses is disgusting, and it's just he always staring at me, and I get scared because I'm like, dude, don't stare at me. Say something. Don't keep staring at me. So, every time I'd come up the street, they have little churches at the end of the corner, or, passing out food for people in need and stuff like that. And he will always be there at the spots every time I go there. And I barely go, but when I do go, he would be there. Of course, he would know where all the free meals are at. But then when I used to go to the library and get on the computer, it's it'd be all these seats available, and then he'd come out of the middle of nowhere and sit down beside me. I'm like, dude, go sit over there. Why do you keep sitting over here beside me? I don't even know you. Give me some space. And then one day, I was at the computer, and he just kept turning facing my way while I was at the computer. I'm so I scooted up a little bit more so he would not be all in my computer screen or look at me, look and see what I'm doing. And then I would go to the bathroom and come back, and he decided to go to the bathroom, come back, and I'm like, dude, come on now, let me breathe, leave me alone, give me some space, right? So unfortunately, sorry about that. So unfortunately, he ended up catching a huge boner right beside me when I was on the computer, and it was throbbing and jumping up and down and up and down, and I was while I was literally on a computer, and so it just came out of the middle of nowhere. I just thought it was okay, you know he must be watching something, but he looked like he was upset. So he just kept looking at the computer, but turning around facing me and doing a little bit of both. And then I seen how big he was. And remember, I told you he's not an ugly person. It's just that the way he when he was dressing, it was ew, dude, stay away from me, dude. I don't want anybody to see you around me or anything like that. I'm thinking that in my head. I would never say it because I still know how people feel. So long story short, he kept throbbing. I seen his boner and his print in his pants, and it kept going up and down, up and down. Then it got even harder and harder. And then I was just for a moment, I stopped what I was doing on my computer, and I was just staring at his pants going up and down. And he was just shaking his leg, moving, and I was like, yo, that's so freaking hot. You don't understand how hot that is. And so eventually, I'm not gonna lie to you. We signaled each other, and after he looked at me, I pretended I wasn't staring at him, but I looked at my computer, right? Then I looked back, and I seen him doing it again, so I looked back at his pants and I stared some more. Then he caught me staring at it, and so I looked at him in his eyes, and then I got shy. I heard him look back at the computer, and so then I looked back at him again and looked back at his boner. It got even more harder, and it was huge. Like this guy was like a 12. Like last time the guy was 11. This guy had to been like 12 or 13 inches, yo. So knowing me, like I got really, really fascinated, but I didn't say it. So, and that's just me. I get shy, and I'm not like the only person that gets shy about that stuff. I got fascinated, and he signaled me, and then I signaled him, and we both got up, and I went first, and I went to the bathroom, and then he went to the bathroom and followed me. And then, I mean, I really had to pee, so I went ahead and peed first, and then, when I got done, I was about to walk out. Yeah, I did walk out, and then he, like, me and him just went inside of the bathroom stall, right? And so it was like, yo, so we went all the way in the corner, and then we started kissing each other, like tongue kissing each other, and it was so hot because it was turning me on, like he was throbbing and stuff like that. So it was really exciting me, like really, really, like so bad. So, and then the tongue kissing was so hot, like we just went smack dab at it, and we're just kissing each other full flex, and it was just like he was like grabbing my head and holding me and just going at it, like tongue deep down, like all in my mouth. And then, you know, it was like that. But and I'm not gonna say I'm not a bad kisser, but I really like kissing too. So I mean, I was surprised that we actually did that, because I was like, dude, I was just like trying to get away from you, and now this is happening. Like I was running from this guy, and then now we're doing this, and it caught me by surprise. I'm like, whoa, I can't even believe. But it was just because he was throbbing in his pants that made me like him. That's just so weird. Oh, and because he wasn't an ugly person. But still, like, it's kind of weird. But I've been experiencing some things since I've been at homeless shelters here in North Carolina, though. Haven't been to another homeless shelter anywhere else. But anyway, so then he gets down, and well, actually, he lets me feel the package that he has. And whoa, when he pulled that thing out, it was like, so he was, hey, how you doing? Excuse my conversation. He pulled it out of his pants, and it was so freaking huge. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yo, it was so big. And then somebody walked in the bathroom, and so we had to be real quiet. And so eventually I ended up getting it, and I grabbed it, and so I just like went to town on it, because I was been wanting to do it for a long time, and it was really huge. It was like real big, and I just was so excited that I was able to have something big like that in my mouth. It was like so exciting, like, whoa, I've been seeing guys this size on porn, now I get to see it in front of me. So it was like really, really exciting. So not only that, he got down. See, he surprised me because he was more of the male dominant type. You wouldn't even think that he would even like that. So what really surprised me is that he wanted to get down on me and do it also. And I was like, whoa. So this is like really exciting. So I let him go down on me and do that. And then when he got down, it was like he was sucking the life out of me, like he was doing a good job, and I was getting ready to come. So I had to hurry up and pull back out, because I was like, yo, I'm not ready for that right now, man. Like, seriously, like, you gonna get me to make some noise in this bathroom, and we in a library and it's quiet. I didn't want that to happen. So one day I might show y'all who he is, but I want to respect the privacy, so I didn't really tag him along on the video. He don't even know I'm doing this. But I mean, I just fell in love with this guy. But eventually, when I went down on him, he like literally choked the hell out of me. Like he shoved it down my throat, and I had to not choke and make a loud noise, because we were in the library in the bathroom, but the bathroom was right there in front of the computer lab, and it was really loud. I didn't want that to happen. So then he turned me around. No, so I tried to pull back because I could not breathe. Like, it was down in my throat, but he wanted to keep it in there. I'm like, dude, how can I keep it down in there and not pull back? I need to get some air so I can breathe. And he was like, pushing my head back on it like this. I'm like, and I was trying to breathe like so much, and then eventually I gagged, but I didn't gag as loud enough. Thank you, God, because it would have been loud and people was walking in and out of the bathroom. They would have eventually knew what was going on. But anyways, it was like weird because I'm like, dude, I couldn't even breathe. But no, so I did get my breath. So then he turned me around and wanted to put it in. So he fingered me first, and then he decided to insert me with it. But he was just like about to go full flex inside of my hole without a condom on. And so I was like, yo, but it was kind of hot. But it didn't happen because it was like so soon, and then I wasn't ready, and then it was like, dude, you going too fast. So I had to stop him right then and there, like, no, you're not doing that, dude. You're not doing that. But I couldn't argue with him in there because we was in the library. So we kissed him more and blah, blah, blah. Then he went down and ate me in the back, and then that was it. And then he started to turn me around again. And this time he wanted to really put it inside of me, but it was so huge that I was like, no, stop. And he was like, no, you're going to do that. I was like, no, dude, no, we're not going to do that. Because that right there is going to cause, like, dude, how in the world do you, like, it's like you don't care. Some men just don't care about what happens just as long as they get some. I'm like, dude, I'm not ready. Let me at least, clean myself out first before we start doing this. Like, that is hot to do it dirty like that. Like, I like that. But at that time, I wanted to finish getting on a computer and sitting down. I wasn't ready to leave. So that's just like being for real right there. But yeah, I mean, I fell in love with this guy, and now he walks around, he's still homeless. I don't know why he don't just go sign himself in and get him a bed at the shelter to get out of the cold. He probably goes to sleep at like the IRC where I go take the showers at, where people have like a white flag night. He probably goes in there. He probably goes to another facility, I'm not sure. But he walks around all day with like a blanket and a cover. And it's almost like he sleeps in that stuff and he walks around, he carries it with him. Like, I know he sleeps in it with the blankets and the covers and stuff, but I mean, like, you don't have to walk around all day. But he probably don't want it. Yeah, never mind. He don't have anywhere to lay it down, and he don't want nobody to take it, so he needs to keep it with him at all times. Well, why not just fold it up and put it in a bag? Anyways, I don't know, but that's my story. See you guys. Don't tell nobody. Subscribe my channel also at the bottom. Bye, guys.